Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic Talk. My name is Anthony Wilson. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different. A lot of my friends are new to the competitive scene and going to tournaments and whatnot, and they've asked me to put together a small piece of some things that they should be wary of when attending large events and playing in big tournaments and stuff like that. So I've put together 4 points that are extremely important when going to big tournaments or even local tournaments, small venues and stuff like that. They're all extremely important, and always keep this in mind when going to tournaments. Some of them may seem basic, others, you may not have thought of. So here's all 4 points. 1, don't cheat. Just go there, play. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. Just play the game. There's no reason to try to cheat. It's just a card game. If you need to cheat to win, you shouldn't be playing in the first place. Just be fair. Number 2, watch your bag. Your bag contains, all your cards, all your trade stuff, your decks, anything that's important to you. You might even keep your money in your bag. Just keep a close eye on it. What I like to do when I sit down for a tournament match is I'll put my bag between my feet. It makes it much harder for anybody to make off with your bag. If they try to move it, you can tell. Don't set it next to you. Don't hang it on your chair. None of that stuff. Keep it right where you can see it at all times. Keep it right in front of you or on your person at all times. Another thing is watch your cards. When you pull your deck out, it's sitting there. You have your sideboard sitting next to you, or when you're packing up, make sure you know where your cards are, your decks or your trade binder, anything. Don't ever let it out of your sight. If somebody asks to see your deck and they want a list or something, you can let them look through it, but keep a close eye on them. Don't let them walk off, and don't let anything else distract you. Make sure you keep an eye on whoever is looking through your cards. It's very important. People will steal cards right out of your deck. A lot of my friends at an old venue I used to play at, I keep getting text messages and phone calls saying, yeah, these guys took cards right out of my deck. So you need to pay attention to that stuff. Don't let people do that. Another thing that most people don't think about is be careful when you're trading with people. If you have a trade binder put together, that's great. But if you're trading with people, keep an eye on your binder. Don't let it out of your sight. Don't let people walk off with it, and don't walk off without it. People are going to look through your binder, and they're going to see a lot of cards that they want, and you don't want them running off with it. It could be expensive stuff. There's a lot of little things that you should pay attention for when people are actually trading with you. Don't let them slide cards out of the pages unless you're right there, and even then, pay attention to the cards that they pull out and where they set them. Another thing you should look out for is people writing cards down that are in your binder. This is something that's happened to me recently, and I'll share the story with you. Something that happened to me a little while ago is I was trading with a group of people I thought were my friends. I played with them on a regular basis, and everything was good. One day they got a glimpse at a bunch of cards in my binder that they really wanted, and I told them that they were vendors. I sold them cards to make a little extra money, and they saw some cards that they wanted that I didn't want to sell, or that they were giving me really horrible prices on. So I said I wouldn't sell them. They were Baneslayer, Angels, Fetch Lands, stuff like that. For the next couple days, they called me after this small tournament. They kept calling me, asking me to sell them these cards, and I kept saying no. These aren't for sale. So what they did was when I was trading with them, these cards that they wanted, they wrote them down, so they knew exactly what cards were in my binder. That's how they knew, which cards to keep asking for. Well, I went to a local venue, a different place that I would go on Fridays. They called the venue, and they told the store owner that the cards were stolen, and that they were able to give them an exact list of the cards in my binder. And they did this because they had it written down. So, very convincing story. So the store owner saw the cards in my binder. I gladly offered to trade because they asked me to trade. And that's how they got to look through my binder, saw the cards there. They called the police. The police then came and took my cards and just sent them away to those guys that wanted them. So instead of me selling it to them, they got the cards for free. To make matters worse, they went around telling everybody that I stole the cards, and that's how they justified getting them back. And all because they wrote the cards down on a piece of paper and were able to give an exact list of the cards in my binder. So there's no way to defend against that. So be very, very careful when trading with people. If you see somebody writing cards down, if you notice people being very aggressive about the cards in your binder, sliding them out without your consent, take your stuff back. Don't deal with these people. Now, I'm not going to give names, but these people are very conniving, and they will do anything to get what they want. You know, this isn't a game to them anymore. To them, it's all about making money, and it's horrible when people will stoop to that level. But there are those people out there. So be very, very careful. I can't stress that enough, that these people will do anything just to take your stuff. So, whatever you do, keep an eye on your stuff and be assertive. You know, don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people take advantage of you. And just know that this is a game. Play this game for fun. Play this game because you enjoy the game. When it starts to become more about money, when it starts to become more about winning, then you're losing sight of what this actually is. So, as long as you keep that in mind, and just play the game and enjoy it, I think, you know, we can all have a good experience. And like I said, watch out for these card sharks, man, because, you know, they want your cards, and they don't care who they run over to get them. They don't care who they whose reputation they try to destroy. They want money. So keep these in mind. Have a good tournament experience, and I hope to see you out there. You know, maybe we could play a game or two. But for now, that's what I got. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.